Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be Women Love Me for Who I Am. Well, I've got two emails from two different viewers, and the first one's a really good one. This is actually a young guy, and it's just amazing the perspective change and the takeaways he's had from reading my book and how he's applied it in his life. And he's gotten to the point where wherever he goes, he meets women and he has good experiences with them. So I got a quote that I want to share with you on this particular topic, because you may have heard me say one of my favorite quotes from Wayne Dyer, which is, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And this first guy's email has completely changed the way he's looked at things in life, and that affects his actions and how he's showing up. And everybody is responding to him in a fantastic way, even though he's living out of his car, he doesn't have a lot of money, doesn't have, he's in college age kid, so he's young, but he's just, his attitude and how he goes about life, and everybody's responding to him. It's really, success is a state of mind, so you don't have to wait until you're a millionaire, or you have the dream job of yours, or the dream house, the dream car, or wherever you feel like you're lacking in order that you need to make yourself whole. It's really just being happy and loving yourself and being kind of the life of the party, because we all want to be around people who feel good and are happy because they make us feel good. And so the quote says, everyone loves to be around happy, positive, and fun-loving people. Why? Everyone wants to feel good and be around other people who make them feel good. If your peer group is full of insecure, fearful, grumpy, unhappy, miserable, and pessimistic people, they will try to keep you at their level so they feel good about themselves, their choices, and their mediocre life. Misery really does love company. If you decide that you will be happy, look for the gift in every experience and live only in the present moment with an attitude of gratitude for whatever shows up, you will literally focus on and change what and who you look at. You will effortlessly attract other like-minded happy people who will add to and expand your happiness. When you start to love and accept yourself and no longer tolerate people of low energy who only try to bring you down in your life, you will start to attract an abundance of other like-minded people who love and accept themselves and who love and accept you for who you are. The good news is that there is nothing you need to do or become in order to achieve this state of love, abundance, happiness, and self-acceptance. It's simply a perspective change to willfully choose to express outward that which is already within you right now. So let's go ahead and jump into this first guy's email. He says, hey coach, thank you for everything you have done. I've read your book 2 times now, and I want to read it 20 times. I found your material on YouTube, and your videos are awesome. I'm watching your videos every day, all day, and I'm reading your book 3 hours every day. Well, that's a hell of a level of commitment. The more time you spend, it's like anything, time and repetition, and you're spending the time and you're doing the repetition. Obviously, that's why you're starting to see some results. He says, anyway, my thing is that I'm a Christian and I'm saving myself for marriage. I'm 21 and I'm still a virgin, and if I want, I could have sex every day, but I have my boundaries. Hey, whatever floats your boat, dude. If that's how you want to live your life, then great. It's not how I live my life, but one thing you want to consider is I had lunch the other day with a buddy of mine, and he's been with the same woman for about 7 years now. He's got one kid. He's got another one on the way. And one of the things that we were laughing about was that he's like, sex is like this same thing. It's like missionary position. The woman he's with is just not really in the same thing sexually that he is. And that's the one risk that you run, is like when you settle down, you marry somebody who's not very good in bed, or a woman who's physically and sexually inhibited. That's going to have a major effect. And so, I mean, I don't know. The way you choose to live your life is how you choose to live your life. It's not my life choice, but different strokes for different folks. But that's just something to consider. Because think about it, you date somebody for a couple of years, and then you finally don't have sex, and then 6 months, a year, 2 years after you've been together, it never gets any better, and she's not willing to try, or she's just not comfortable in her body and not connected to herself that way because she's got weird hang-ups and stuff like that, that's just something to consider. But it's your life. So he says, when I read your book the first time, it was mind-blowing, especially that women are like cats. Before, I acted with women like they're dogs, and I would get rejected every time, and they would put me into the friend zone really quickly. In school, I was the shyest guy ever. I was afraid to even look at women. After your book and videos, I started to do eye contact with women. 2 weeks ago, I started doing high fives to every lady I saw. I decided that no matter who comes across the street, I will high five her. It takes a lot of confidence to do that. It shows you're just out having fun, life of the party. If you're playing sports, you're on a football team, you high five each other a lot. Why not? If this works for you, keep doing it. The point is that you're comfortable and you don't give a fuck what other people think. He says it was really funny because I became fearless. Many times they would blow me off and said nasty things to me, but I just laughed because I was so happy about the actions that I was taking, and I was so happy about myself because I go for what I want in life without fear. That's the important thing. It's like no matter what's going on around you, you're not allowing it to diminish you in any way because you've made a conscious choice to be happy no matter what shows up. You're looking at everything as, just like I shared in the quote, what do I have to be grateful for? And even when you run into a chick who's got a nasty attitude, some people are just fucking miserable human beings. You can't do anything about it. You're not responsible for their opinion of you. Some people are just going to be that way. But since you've made the decision ahead of time that you're going to be happy no matter who shows up, and you're happy that you just took some action, even though you in essence ran into a truly foul person. He says, I was celebrating myself. It's if top tens respond to me and I high-five them, they all laughed, and that is one thing I learned from your book. And the first goal is to make women laugh. Exactly. Hang out, have fun, hook up. You're hanging out, you're having fun. You might not necessarily on a date, but you're having fun. That completely starts to cause them to associate having fun with being with you because you're very comfortable. Most people, including guys and human beings in general, are just not comfortable acting this way. He says with the high fives, it's so easy and effortless. He says many times women walk by and say out loud, it looks like that guy who made a high five to me, and other girls are laughing. It's so cool. Thanks to you, I realize that women just want to have fun, and high-fiving is funny and positive, and they remember me that I'm lighthearted, playful, funny guy who makes their life better. Exactly. You make people feel good. He says, I went for my dreams. Before, I lived with my parents, and I was a mama's boy. I was insecure, and I was a little shy boy. So to become the man I wanted to be, I moved out after I watched your videos. I moved to another city. I live in my car, and it's awesome that I don't have anything to show to women. I don't have any kind of financial status or a nice car. I bought my car for 300 euros, but I love that women love me for who I am. That's the point, is that you have accepted yourself and you love yourself the way you are with your 300 euro car and the fact that you live out of your car. It's like you don't give a damn. That's what they like about you, because when you're around other people and you're happy with just who you are, you unconsciously give them permission to do the same thing. He says, I started to get out of my comfort zone, and so I was talking to two girls at the same time, which is now boring to me. It's easy. Every time I talk to women, or many of them, I ask them their name, and I don't volunteer mine. Many of them ask my name, however. If I walk away quickly, I write their name into my smartphone and try to remember that. And when I see them, for example, I'll say, hi, Samantha, and just watching me with big puppy dog eyes. He says, it's so funny. It's the one thing that I learned from you, Corey, that people's favorite person in life is themselves. The name we love to hear more than anything is our own name. It's so true. And if you're a guy and you remember women's names, they like that. They appreciate that. He says, so I started to talk with 3 girls at the same time, and imagine that. I was walking with 3 blonde, beautiful women they were all 8s on a scale of 1 to 10 with me, and I was the leader. We went swimming at night, but all the other girls watched me with a different look. He says, and guys were so jealous of me because you were exhibiting confidence and you were being yourself. He says, so I went even more. I started to talk with 8 women at the same time. Again, I'm only 21, but I look like I'm 16. 4 days ago, I'm walking with 8 ladies, and they're all 7s to 9s with big boobs, and I'm in front, and I'm the leader. And all the other guys watching me with jealousy probably thinking, how does this young fucking guy do that? It's all thanks to you, Corey. I have so many options right now, and women are giving me their Facebook contact info. They'll contact me first, and they're really aggressively wanting to get together. Oh, poor baby. So many choices. He says it's so funny that women are this easy. Well, you're just being yourself in reality, and you're going for what you want. You're speaking from your heart, and you really don't give a fuck what other people think about you. Just a perspective change. Like Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Thank you so much, Corey. Without you, I would be shy, needy, jealous, insecure, controlling, boring, jackass, who probably would be using advice from movies, which would make my game with women really bad. He says, I'll definitely write more success stories in the future. You've changed my life, and I imagine that I have abundance with all women, and I can choose which one is the one I want to spend my life with. Dude, that's fucking awesome. Good for you. Whatever works, dude. Whatever works for you life choice-wise. But anybody that's watching this that wants to be more successful with the opposite sex, it really starts with you. It starts with how you feel about yourself. It starts with you having the ability to just walk up to a bunch of strangers and say, hey, how you guys doing? What are y'all up to today? So let's get into the second email. And this one's a short one. This guy says, hey, Corey, this stuff really works. Here's another guy. He's not fabulously wealthy. And listen to what he has to say. This stuff really works. I'm 47. I got divorced in August of last year. And it's amazing how accurately the shit in your book plays out. Being patient, not acting like a needy bitch. I dumped my rebound girl after I read your book the first time because it was time to raise my standards. I made a few mistakes with a few girls along the way after that, but I kept at it and I kept rereading your book. Here I am recovering financially from a divorce. I'm living with my parents, yet I'm dating a super hot 29-year-old with an awesome career. Thanks, Corey. P.S. I hope your readers of your book know what they want and that they will most likely get it if they just apply the things they learn. That's awesome. There's a couple great success stories and how guys are taking what they've learned from me, going out and applying it. A simple perspective change. And the perspective change then affects how you show up. It affects the tone of your voice. It affects the expression on your face. It affects your body language, your physiology, and the actions that you take. So if you'd like to get a copy of my book, which I highly recommend, if you go to my website, underneath the email sign-up box, there is an image of my book. If you click on that, it'll take you right to Amazon.com. And then once there, you can either select to download the Kindle version to any electronic device in under 60 seconds, or you can purchase a paperback edition. And if you'd like to get my help personally with any kind of challenge that you're having, pickup dating, relationships, quality of life, trying to figure out your purpose, your business is faltering, you're trying to start a business, you want to start a business, or you just want to get past some limiting fears and beliefs, go to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking a paid phone coaching session or Skype or email coaching with yours truly. And I will talk to you soon.